Hello. Sorry Cat from Sorry Cat. Welcome back to Thailand. Hi. True Blue Tie here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's 1, one and can in Thailand, which is Tuesday. Where's it called in the people speak English, and yeah, it's game day, and yes, we got another game. We got a game today, for instance, 2 a.m. kickoff for me, which will be Wednesday morning, and what's it called, 8 p.m. United Kingdom. It's Kevin De Bruyne's last game. Thank you, Premier League, you piece of. And for instance, and not a company Man City was going to ask having the game played on Wednesday, for instance, but that clashes with what? Oh, the Rags are played in Europe. What's it called? They shouldn't be the final against Spuds. The Spuds, the two worst teams in the Premier League by far. Yeah, you could say the bottom three are, but my God. I think there was a stat, came out, that United have got the worst not goal difference, result, was it Premier result, than Derby, who went down with the lowest points ever. It was, I'll get it fixed. I've got it written down. It was done, but it was the goal scoring opportunities or goal scoring, etc., than Derby, who went down. And this is the team who could be in the Champions League next season. It's unbelievable. And we could not be in it if we don't perform tonight. Anyway, the Premier League's done no favour. Bournemouth have had 10 days rest. Man City playing 10. I've had, one? For instance, if you count training, they had training yesterday. So it's absolutely madness. Kevin De Bruyne's last game, King Kev. For instance, so I'm going in with a yay, really good, and we're really positive. No, we're not at all. And only to find out that, for instance, Florian Wirtz yesterday, for instance, the man who we're basically saying goodbye, Kev. We'll get somebody new in. Our top transfer, the main target, the main man. For instance, the main is. What's it called? With Man City pulling out. The reason why, because of what's it called? We can't afford it. Oh, really? Oh, not can't afford it. It was the transfer could cost over 300 mil, so something like that. And so City said, "Nah, forget it." Anyway, so when we lifted the door open for Liverpool, never going to happen. And Muchin, so for instance, which is more likely. According to what's it called? LB last night, for instance, he's not buying it. He's saying Man City pulled out because Bayern Munich is going to Bayern Munich. So it's got a point, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so the fact of the matter is, so that's put me. So whatever kind of confidence I was getting back, because I was listening to some shows, I was listening to some transfer talk. I think, well, there's always next season. Just get Champions League, and we'll just get go to next season, and pick ourselves up from there. And now our top target, the number one guy we're going for, we're not going to get. So, for instance, it's just the absolute perfect replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. And he's, so we're not going to get him. The Reinders thing's still not gone through. I believe it's go through soon, but I believe we'll get him for 55 million. But I'm not holding my breath. I think if I hold my breath, I was going to end up dead. Just don't know with these transfers at the moment, because again, we're getting no luck at the moment. I was just praying for the season to end, really. Just like, so disappointed. And we got another massive and crucial game tonight against Bournemouth, which you've got to win. I'll go around to every player and say, listen, you've got to win for Kevin, for the Champions League, for the Man City future. Come on. What should we do? Should we talk about... we'll do some. Go to the team news first. We'll go to the teams, and let's find out first. Okay, so let's go for how it stands at the moment. So as it stands at the moment, so we need 4 points for the last game minimum. Where we sit in 6th after that fantastic performance against Southampton. Yay! We would have been 67th, comfortably in 3rd. Knowing that, for instance, all we need is a draw or something to get to over the next 2 games. But now we've left ourselves with a mountain to climb. been here, done it, bought the t-shirt, typical City, my God. But we're heading back down there. So we're on 6th position with 65 points, not a big disaster. Two games to go. 4 points will do it. 3 points will take us back into third. Arsenal definitely secured after beating who did they beat? Chelsea. So Arsenal did a favour really. But we can still finish third. What's it called? 60 will put us back in 12. 65 was 61, 60 on 68 points. So our offense is one more game, one more point, etc. against a point, a draw against Fulham, and then so we don't have to go to Fulham to win it, even though it'd be nice to win it. So we can take the pressure off. But it's a must-win game. So so you got Newcastle on 66, Chelsea on 4th position with 66, Aston Villa on 66. Notts Forest on 65. I think some of them play each other, don't they? Bournemouth. Okay, Bournemouth, what's it called? Depending on results themselves. I think they were clearly, if Man City would have won the game or something, we would have, anyway, so I don't know, I'm not sure about that. But Bournemouth can claim a Europa spot, but what's it called? Depending on Brighton. If Brighton, they've got to win, beat City, and then beat Leicester at home for the last game of the season. And hopefully Brighton don't beat Liverpool. Anyway, so the frog's out. Cheer him. Froggy. Still in the pipe, are you? Anyway, so let's do some preview. Okay, so a victim of absolutely pathetic decisions. The eyes of Ian Wright. Man City were left bemoaned by their own wastefulness and bar controversial against them in English capital, where Palace celebrated a major honour on the Wembley pitch. The fact is, every person's now come out and said it. I think there was a referee on Sky Sports, and he said the same thing. Should have been a red card. And they're not taking the push away as the direction of the ball. He pushed the ball in that direction, and it was 100% certainty. I don't know who. Maybe a rag. Maybe a typical TalkSport. Somebody on TalkSport, I'm sure, probably backing the VAR. But other than that, nobody is. Totally. So Man City were robbed. So, for instance, there. So we can sit there and say Man City didn't. Yes, we didn't do as much. Blah blah blah. But we were robbed. Right. Okay. Last weekend, similar excruciating goalless draw against Southampton did the Sky Blues no favours, but Guardiola's charges can at least proudly show off 4 wins from the last 4 Premier League matches at the Etihad as they prevail in each of the last 8 home games of the season. Is it AI written this? The Red and Blacks, there you go. The Red and Blacks, as well as the Sky Blues, ought to have been donning their Man City scarves for the FA Cup final, and as it come up with the trumps against after Palace qualifying for the qualifying for the Champions League, 8th place would have definitely been certified the Conference League qualification. However, the only scenario where Bournemouth could still sneak in is the 3rd tier of European football. If Chelsea beat Real Betis this year, Conference League final, but also finished 7th, or the Blues finished 6th, and Newcastle in 7th and 8th will provide a pathway to the Champions League. The Terriers could therefore still bring European night to South Coast, although Miggery 3 wins in the last 13 games is hardly contently worth form as last weekend's painful 1-0 home loss to 10 Aston Villa obviously took them out of top 7 contention. Areola still needs to beat Brentford and Brighton to slip up. Need Brentford and Brighton to slip up somewhere in the final 2 games. Brentford, it is Brentford we're talking about. And it's definitely IO. Okay, so let's go into it. So the last form, so City 1-4 the last 6, 1-4 in the last Premier League form, and drew 2. Bournemouth have won 2, drew 3, and lost 1, and the last one is against Aston Villa last week. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Let's see, for instance, who's going to be the. Let's have a look at. Mhm. I roll Bournemouth team news. I emphasise over the midfield. As Bournemouth started, Alex Scott was left with horrific official injury after the elbow by Villa Tyrone Mings last weekend. He has now undergone surgery on a broken jaw and will miss the rest of the season. So he's out. Scott joins long-term absentee Inez Unal knee, Ryan Christie groin, and the treatment on the treatment room. And our IRL doesn't expect Dango Otaga abductor and Lewis Sintini thigh to play either. Thank God for IRL Justin Cliver. It goes straight into the swap for the stick and Scott in the centre park. The Dutchman returned should see Lewis Crook drop back deeper into the role alongside Tyler Adams as Kluivert plays off Nielsen, who's had 5 goals in the last 5 leagues week starts. Further back, Dean Hornson's imminent move to Real Madrid has now been confirmed, but the £50 million man will no doubt start for the visitors in defence for the second to last game. Right, so we're expecting Bournemouth to line up with Kepa in goal, Smith, Zamami, Hussein, Kirkes, who's on his way to Liverpool, looks like it. They got 2. Kirkes in front, brilliant. Cook, Adams, Semenko, Kluivert, Taverner, and Afiz Ilderson. Sorry if I got your name wrong, guys. Man City, how we're going to line up. I listened to talk to Man City even news, and they were moaning about the fact that what's it called, McAtee and for instance, what's it called? James McAtee and the young lad, etc. I commented with a second, did not start what's it called in the FA Cup final. He wasn't even on the bench. He was left out of the season game. Anyway, so it appears that, for instance, they were complaining about they weren't playing. I'll get the second in a second. It's good the goal against them and not Forest, the first goal. But again, for instance, Pep Guardiola is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Who's going to play? Who you're not going to play? If you said to any Man City player, for instance, or City fan at Wembley, would you have James McAtee in the side today? I think a lot of people would have said no. So on the bench, yeah, and in the starting 11, no. So, and also, for instance, the young lad, etc. For instance, can't remember his name right now. I don't think everybody would have him in the starting lineup either. So Pep, and again, always in hindsight, could they have played? Could they have made a difference? Again, if City would have won, we wouldn't. Echeverri would have scored. And there's always this question about Jack Grealish. And is it unfair for Jack Grealish not to start? But again, and Jack Grealish been a starlight? Has he been a brilliant? We needed a goal. Would Jack Grealish have got the goal? Probably not. Anyway, so possible starts for Man City. Edison, I expect to come back. Should have then started. I definitely want to see Nunes, Diaz, Guardiola, and O'Reilly as back 4. 100%. Don't care. Akanji's come back, but he's looked sluggish and slow. Shooting from outside. Doesn't overlap, for instance, where the other guys do. So I think so a good defender, but also, for instance, he didn't get what's his name? Palace's first goal. Anyway, so he didn't. Track him. Didn't defend well from him. Eze, didn't in the Palace's first goal. O'Reilly, I'd like to see O'Reilly back. Gundogan, Gonzalez would be nice. Sorry, not O'Reilly. Gonzalez, I would like to see O'Reilly's back. Gundogan, maybe. I say Kovacic was sick. He was not injured. He was sick. So hopefully, if not Kovacic back, then Gundogan. Sabinho, I'm not too sure about that one. De Bruyne, I'd expect Silva to start again, or even Doku to start. Doku, De Bruyne, Mamouche, and Haaland for me. I wouldn't play Sabinho. Yeah, so for instance, but yeah, we need goals. You know what I mean? So yeah, so but other than that, that's how I would start the game. And then let's see how it goes. But Estevez on the bench and see what happens. We need to start fast and we need to get an early goal. It's going to be a tough game. So for instance, we cannot lose this game. Where a draw is not good enough, when it means we've got to go and beat Fulham. We don't want to do that. We want Kevin De Bruyne to have a good. We want to have a good night. We want Kevin De Bruyne to go off with a good night, for instance. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. Right. Right. Anything else? Okay. I say won't bother. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But other than that, what's it called? That's my. I just feel that, for instance, we need to be all focused on Kevin tonight. If you go into the game, if we go up to you, for instance, I hope you have a good time. Wish we could get Kevin. What's it called? Kevin to. Wish Kevin get the best of luck. And on his last home game against season, I'll be watching at 2 a.m. Thank you very much, Premier League. Yeah, so for instance, it's going to be a interesting game. I'm nervous as hell about it. I can't win it. Our luck has got to change. God's sake, and the world will be watching. And I've normally go to a lot of podcasts and learn a lot of people, but I've kept away from it big time. Just don't want to listen to it. Really don't. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. For instance, what's your feelings about the game? Are you going to the game? Are you nervous about the game? Are you, for instance, getting a bottle of whiskey with you? It's frustrating at the moment. I wish they would left the feeling, what's it called, the Wirtz news until Wednesday at least. For instance, rather than telling it today. I know some journalists broke it, but it's not been confirmed by City. Journalists don't give a crap. He's a BBC journalist of all the people. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. See you, the Sorry Cat from Thailand. Just go back if I'm back again. What am I predicting for the game? I'm going to say we're going to prevail. I think we'll win 3-1. And yeah, we'll prevail. Mamouche will wake up and Haaland will do whatever's best for De Bruyne. And I feel that, for instance, the team will stand up for Kevin's last home game. And hopefully we'll hope that Kevin will go out. And who's going to get honoured tonight is going to get a season card, a lifetime season card, plus a lot of other things. And he deserves it. But and I hope he gets a goal tonight. That'd be wonderful. I expect him to come on for about 60 minutes or so, and hopefully that was a goal. We can go off with a smile, because we need a smile on our faces, because we haven't had a smile on our faces most of the season, regardless. And the last thing we want is Man City to miss out on the Champions League and United to get in it. Oh God, it's like, I can't believe it. It'll be so annoying. And it'll affect our transfer business. People are putting one and one together. If Man City don't get into, in transfer window, are they worried about the Wirtz, the cost of the Wirtz, over the transfer league money? For instance, we need to get into Champions League, so we need to win. But I've got confidence. Come on, I think we'll, with the home crowd, Bournemouth, yeah, they've got to win. They've not. So if they've got to win, they've got to come out and play. They're not going to play defensively in the way that Southampton and Palace had done. And so, for instance, we beat the Bournemouth. They lost to Bournemouth at Bournemouth. We've also beaten them in the this year in the cup this year. So we have beat Bournemouth this year. So yeah, and normally, for instance, we stuffed these Bournemouth, and I wouldn't even think twice about Bournemouth, but this season. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Sorry, Cat from Thailand. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you think, and I'll speak to you tomorrow after the match. Hopefully, I've got 3 pints, and I hope.